Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 68 of Red Dirt and Stardust, a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition Western and Pirate science fantasy campaign. So, where last we left off, quite a few things happened. They killed the ghost of Rexarvis, gaining an elemental heart that Chauncey could use to upgrade Pyre at some point in the future. They then had Mr. Mustard roll into town, a very interesting character that seems to have magical puppets that he doesn't seem to have thoughts or be able to be held by held person, which is strange. They also had another person tumble into town looking for the red bandana, someone that Lyla, or Yu's patron, told them specifically to look out for. And then we ended the session with a strange ship flying out of a portal that led somewhere. It crashed a distance away from town, and the group made their way over there during the panic. And we begin there. As you are looking through this smashed hole in the side of this shell, you see a hallway, metal floor, flickering light. It seems like the inside of the ship is both metal and flesh. And this is where we begin. What would you all like to do?
Um,
Um,
have any of
Well, at
y'all ever
least it ain't
seen,
sticky.
any of y'all ever seen any kind of synthetic organic melding like this?
can I do a
Uh,
history check?
okay, wait, above game, it sounds really fucking familiar because I feel like I
Yeah.
remember a thing.
Oh, in the first campaign? Yeah, you
Yeah,
encountered something like this in the first campaign too.
yeah,
But this is
yeah.
different.
But this go round,
What check would this be?
can't
Um,
say I'm familiar with anything looking like this.
Probably Arcana or History,
I'm
I've read a
proficient
lot
in
of
both.
books. Oh,
if who
nope,
wants
I
to.
haven't read that book.
Haven't read that book.
30, 21.
21,
15.
15. It's
Yeah.
certainly something from outer space. 21. This is an illithid nautiloid.
Mm.
It comes
Do it.
from mind flayers
Oh,
who sail
great.
these things around the stars looking for food and places to lay their eggs.
New colonies. Beautiful.
They were fractured, of course, by the Gith fighting back against them. And so their population has been significantly culled. But they still exist out there in pockets of the universe and other places, dark corners and dark realms. But it seems this one has made its way here.
Oh, are we gonna have a whole alien thing?
I
I
mean,
don't know. There's only one way to find out.
So good news and bad news. The bad news is that this is a such and such.
Illithid
mhm.
nautiloid.
Yep.
Galactic Godaloid. Those things that mind players like to ride on and infest other new places. Good news is it's just the tentacle. More bad news, we don't know what could be on that ship.
Hmm.
Um, as we go on, Jed is going to cast Detect Thoughts and just be probing around for other minds.
Yeah, damn it. That's really fucking useful here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Meta
So,
fuck.
how far out does Detect Thoughts go?
Let me see.
I
Yeah,
think it's
it's
not very far. 30 feet.
I'm not even gonna lie, this is the exact thing that I did in the last. Oh my god, that's funny.
You said 30 feet?
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to say that you all managed to hop your way onto the ship. It's crashed into enough rocks that you all can kind of sort of make your way up there without too much trouble. The hallway is kind of slanted at an awkward angle to the point where some of you might have to brace yourself on the wall as you move down this hallway. Um,
Hmm.
but as you get a ways down the hallway,
Can I cast motivational speech real quick?
Oh, sure. Sure
Yeah,
you
I
can.
mean, we don't necessarily have to do the RP, but Lyla will say something like, now y'all be careful. I know this is a huge pain in the neck. We all want to get back to what we were doing. Let's just get through it. It'll be all right. Something like that. 5 temp HP, advantage on wisdom saves.
As long as you have the 5 temp HP.
Yes, as long as you have the 5 temp HP. Oh, and if you are hit by an attack, and this spell can go down, whatever, it still works. If you get hit by an attack, you have advantage on the next attack roll that you make.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Okay.
As long as you have those hit points, the spell exists for you.
Cool. Awesome. As you get a ways down the hallway, Jed, you definitely pick up on about 5 thoughts. Can you
Okay.
understand languages that you do not speak through detect thoughts? Is there any ability that you have?
I'm
Or anything
guessing
like
not.
Yeah, I think you
Probably
just
not.
yeah, I think you just
I
hear
got
their
Celestial,
thoughts.
Draconic, and Infernal. If it's not any of those, then
Detect thoughts like surpasses language, though.
I think it's
Does
you
it?
get ideas.
Yes, it does.
yeah.
The creature just has to be able to like think.
Okay.
It's literally telepathy. Like you're
yeah, I
not.
guess I'm not seeing anything about languages.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not
Okay.
using vocal speech like you because you're getting the thoughts. You would get images, you get ideas.
Okay,
you
so
get, you get
there's
feelings.
ways around just word
Yeah.
thought. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Amazing.
Yep.
You pick up on 5 thoughts. You've done detect thoughts when you're walking through crowds before. This is kind of when you've read the thoughts of babies, it's what you get, 5 of them. They
Shit.
want to play. They want to, some of them want to take a nap, some of them want to play. One of them is hungry for a gray goo.
Oh boy.
Yummy.
And the thoughts are coming from just up ahead.
All right, y'all. Just up there is 5 somethings that are not very smart. But
Chauncey, you lead the way.
Chauncey's gonna like reach up and touch his neck, which has like a neck tattoo now. Like whole neck is covered in just I don't know, fucking birds or some shit.
It's just this
What did
bug
you
life.
do to him?
it's
Birds
fan
are
behavior,
so-
Chauncey. I told you it's fan behavior.
And he's gonna use the spell rot tattoo to cast tongues on himself so that he can speak all languages and understand all languages.
Cool.
Perfect.
So as you all go down the hall, there's a doorway off to your right. Spilling out of it is a sort of warm purplish light. And as you get closer, you hear an announcement in a strange language as it shifts to a blue light. Chauncey, you would understand.
Question.
Yes.
Who of us has the least intelligence?
Mm.
Probably
Mine's
like me
I was gonna say
or
probably
Lyla.
Finn.
yeah, mine's 12. Like
What is mine? I think mine's 12 also.
yeah.
Oh.
I don't have a negative, but I don't use it. So like
I have a 19.
Of course
Okay.
you do. You're a wizard.
Yeah, I was
hope
gonna say
you
we're
would.
wizards, and then Chauncey has pretty high too.
Artificer has to have a
Yeah.
high.
Yeah,
I'm thinking
Chauncey's got a
like
20.
Illithids, mind stuff, wisdom, intel.
Oh yeah, have fun.
Yeah.
You would hear the announcement. It is now nighttime. It is now nap time. Good night. And then almost like a music box music starts playing.
Great. Just
It's-
great.
That thing just said it's nap time. Are
At
these
least it's not dinner time.
Are we in a nursery? What is happening?
Can't say I'm feeling very cozy.
So yeah, that all seems to be coming from the door up to your right. That is open, by the way.
Did Jed tell us what he
He said they weren't very smart.
He
detected?
said
Oh, yeah,
5
he said
not
they weren't
very smart. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you mean by not very smart, did you mean children, Jed? Are they children?
Yeah, they're thinking about like napping and eating goo.
Oh, well.
I mean, they're just children. Chauncey's gonna go in the room.
All right.
Are we gonna
You
be
see
yelling?
a dome. And on the dome, there are stars and the night sky projected with this sort of illusion. There are consoles with buttons and things in here. They're all low lit with a sort of warm yellowish light. However, in the center of the room seems to be another sort of hemispherical glass dome with a thinner cylinder holding it up and almost like a sort of part of a cone. At the bottom, there are little almost like portholes that you can open. And inside you can see there's almost like a soft sort of play area with blocks with strange symbols on them and strange balls with sort of dulled spikes. Seems to be what these things play with. It's very obvious this is where you would pull them out to cuddle with them, hold them, feed them, whatever. And then there's a column that is made of glass, and at the top is that sort of hemispherical dome where there are tons of pillows and blankets and other such things. And inside this dome are 5 creatures, purple skin, big octopoid-like heads with these tentacles that drape down, and they all seem to float a little bit. They don't seem to sleep grounded on the floor. They seem to float in a laying position with their tentacles falling down across the pillows and other things. And one of them wakes up and floats forward and down the tube and floats towards one of the portholes. They have these like almost tiny misshapen limbs and big black glossy eyes as it kind of floats towards the porthole and just kind of looks up at you. Jed, you would get from this thing thinking it clearly can't speak, but it can think. And it's grasped that things around it can also hear what it thinks. And so it's thinking basically food at you.
Ugh. I'm not your mom, dude.
I was just gonna say, I think this thing thinks you're its mama. Well, go on, man.
Do we just
Can we? I
How-
don't know.
Did you say how big these things were? Are they like child-sized? Or,
They're
like...
slightly larger than child size.
Some ugly some bitches, but they still babies, ain't they?
Can we like nature or arcana check now that I've seen these things to know what the
Yes, nature
You know what?
or arcana.
Fuck it,
Thank
I'll
you.
nature check.
Yeah, I feel like at this point, somebody.
I got a
21.
23.
Oh god,
I got a 20.
Yay, we're all getting
Oh,
it.
okay.
I got an 18.
18, 20, 21, 23.
Skilled
Okay,
monkey.
I'll
or
say
whatever
that's
that
enough.
thing is.
So
half proficient.
mind flayers tend to reproduce by what's referred to as seramorphosis. They
Uh-huh.
have tadpoles and they stick them in up people's noses or in people's eyes or in people's ears, and they eat the brain and take over the body. This is
Yup.
the usual method. However, you've heard legends from books that perhaps they may have been experimenting with non-seramorphosis ways of reproducing, meaning they've vat-grown children,
Mind players
babies.
suck.
They've made illithid toddlers, which is not normal. Usually during seramorphosis, they come out full-grown adults.
Yeah.
With fully formed personalities and brain function and all of that stuff. They're able to speak deep speech. They're able to use their psionic abilities. They don't have to be taught and learn this. But it seems this is a successful experiment in making illithid children.
So yeah, it doesn't think you're its mom, it thinks you're its food.
Maybe both a little bit. Okay. Well, the babies, so
They are children,
we
but
can't.
I-
The
I'm
babies.
just right now. I'm just gonna say that I am not okay.
Let's explore the
with-
rest of the
Yeah,
ship.
are there any
Yeah.
signs of like the presence of other mind flayers or anything? Like, or is this like a fully autonomous, like robotic nursery?
I will say at this point, when you're inside, you notice there's a panel on the other side of the room Um, but there's no signs that there's robots here. It seems that this isn't an automated nursery. People do have to come and take care of the babies.
Mm. Do you
And
think
those
that's
are the ones we have to be worried about. I think we should do a sweep of the rest of the ship before
All
we.
right.
I think that's a good idea. Yeah, let's maybe see who else is here.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I
okay.
mean, unless one of you just wants to become a dad right now.
5
No,
children.
I'm good. But wait, I know what mind flayers look like. Yeah, I successfully passed the nature
Yeah.
check. I'm gonna be a mind flayer.
Hmm.
All right. You watch as Lyla concentrates for a moment and shape shifts horribly, gooily into a mind flayer.
Yeah,
Hilarious.
I like to think Lila's shape shifting is kind of crunchy. It's it's a
Oh
little
yeah,
gross.
lots of the sounds of bones breaking and
Mhm.
goopy flesh melting and all of
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah,
It'd be
I like
hilarious
that.
if to us, Lila was disgusting and horrifying, but to a mind player, she's like sexy as hell.
oh yeah, like Loki, I'm a hot mind flayer. Like I
My
I
player
also
with
like to think
huge
that Lila's
tits.
clothes
she's
doesn't change.
got really like juicy like tentacles, you know? Like
look at the
Lot of
tentacles
meat.
on that one.
whoa, wee wah.
She clearly had more time.
Jed goes, ugh. And then I also I disguise self into a mind flayer also.
This one is less horrible. It's just almost a
Yeah.
Don't hate me because you ain't me.
I'll just look over at Shawthorn and be like, well, fuck us, I guess. Can't do that.
I go ahead and disguise self as mind player.
Oh my God. So we have 3 people disguised as mind flayers.
People.
Sorry, Chauncey.
2 of them not disguised at all.
God damn it.
I'm gonna use my once a day free invisibility to turn myself invisible. Fuck all of you.
And then there was just me.
And then there was Adrien.
Uh-huh.
God damn it. I have mass suggestion.
You can be our prisoner.
Yeah, you can just be a prisoner. It's fine.
Okay.
Here, put this rope around your wrists.
Not the first time.
Yeah, I think we've
Cool.
done a bit like this before.
Lyla, you know knots.
You know I do.
Of
Yeah,
course.
she just
Colby?
it's like really quick. She just pulls together a quick single column just right over both of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I know I look like a snack.
So yeah, that means that Adrien, until you get that off of you, you cannot cast spells with somatic components because your hands are tied together.
Oh, got it.
Verbal components only and material and verbal components or just material components only, those are all fine spells to cast. But if they have somatic components, you can't cast them. So that kind of limits your spell options.
Mm-hmm.
So now that you've all disguised yourselves as mind
Wait.
flayers, what y'all doing?
You know what? Actually, can we? How long does prestidigitation like go? No, you would have to have a minor illusion, I think, to do a like fake knot, like fake the rope. I guess
snap my fingers in minor illusion to fake rope.
there you go, fake rope. Now we can cast spells with somatic components.
Okay, cool.
Quick question. So I know that you guys are disguised as mind flayers, but aside from Chauncey, I believe, none of you guys actually speak the language.
Oh yeah, I'm the only one.
Telepathic.
Oh yeah.
They they do speak deep speech, which I don't think I don't speak,
I don't think
but,
anyone speaks deep speech
No.
this campaign.
No.
I think that was a last campaign thing.
but yeah, I think Arthur did have deep speech.
Arthur did
Well-
speak deep speach.
We're absolutely screwed if any of them
Worst comes to worst, we jump them.
And I can be understood by everyone. Like I have universal speech, but
Oh.
it's so shitty. Like an eloquence bard, like I feel like you should understand
Yeah.
languages too.
Yeah.
There's an entirely different feat or something that has to do with languages and like adventuring and picking certain things up.
Linguist?
Like I think that's what it is, yeah. But like
Because I know there's
don't-
another one, I think Monk gets like Tongue of the Sun and Moon or something like that does the same thing where like
Yeah.
everybody can understand you.
Yep. I just think it's lame that like I can't understand.
Things back.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah, that's
You guys
weird.
are just gonna have to stick to universal language, like
Yeah, right.
Hand gestures.
All right. Well, either way, gaily forward, I suppose.
All right. So, as you go back out into the hallway, you reach a point in which there are signs on the wall in a language you do not understand. One points forward. Well, two of them point forward, and one of them is on the other wall and points down what appears to be a flight of stairs into darkness.
I'll flash my eyes. You see just a blue flash, third eye, and I can read any language.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
So one of them is the columbarium, the helm, and then the one that's pointing down the stairs is storage.
Columbarium helm storage.
Hmm.
storage.
Helm? Question mark?
Probably
Sure.
where we'd find the people.
Who are flying it?
Yeah.
I'm just
Do
thinking
I-
we could grab weapons at storage.
Do we need more?
We got
When have I
weapons,
seen
dude.
any of you swing a
Look
weapon?
at me.
We can
Hello.
loot. We can loot later.
Yeah, sorry, I'm thinking less D&D, more Star Wars.
All right, let's. Yeah, I guess.
I'm very much not leading the way forward. I'm saying that right now.
Well, I'm invisible, so
Jed.
Jed
Fucking
has the language thing,
pussies.
so
I'll go up front, and I have the detect thoughts going. So if there's anything thinking up there,
If you see any signs that need reading, I got you.
if anything speaks, I can understand it.
I love how we're just like piecing everything together.
Yeah.
I
Our
can
powers
yell at
combined.
everybody.
We can have the normal conversation.
if
We are
encounter a
Captain
mind
Mind
flayer,
Player.
we just have to have them write us a message for Shaw to read, and then
It'll be
Have
fun.
Lyla respond to it.
Yeah.
Oh God. So yeah, you make your way forward and you see another sign pointing to another door. That's kind of a little bit forward, a turn in the hallway that says transmutation chamber. And larva pool.
Oh.
You also do
Is it
pass
just me, or is this
by.
getting a little bit creepier?
Just now.
The bleeding ship isn't where it started for you, because
Yeah,
that's
the
where it
walls
started
are
for me.
slightly undulating.
I'm
I'm glad
and
we
are
know where
wet.
your
Sure.
limits are now. Like,
The walls are slightly wet and slightly undulating in places. The creep
Listen.
factor has been there since the beginning.
If a little blood in a flesh tunnel bothered me, I wouldn't be in this line of work. Okay.
Very true. Anyway,
yeah.
so you keep going forward. You do pass the columbaria. I'm assuming Jed, your detect thoughts is still up.
Yeah.
You hear 3 minds. 2 of them are very much not intelligent. They are base animal thoughts. They want food, specifically brains. The
Delightful.
other one kind of thinks, once again, images as it's in this strange language you don't understand. You get the sense that if they were to say something, it would be something along the lines of, well, now that they're gone, I guess makes sense they'd come in here. Nothing else. You also
Alright.
hear kind of a jangling of glass jars as you pass by. The door is once again open. It is lit just blue with jars in them. Beautiful, fancy looking jars. made entirely of glass, carved with sort of octopoid features, swirling, tentacles swirling around, orbs, octopus heads as jar stoppers, and inside each of these jars, floating, is a brain.
Okay.
Ooh, Adrien feels a little hungry.
Oh my
Down
God.
boy.
I'm sure someone grabs you by the arm and keeps dragging you along, but eventually
Yeah.
you make it to the helm. This place is a mess. It looks like somebody cast some kind of spell that drew everything to the center of the room. As most things are kind of pointed in that direction, aimed in that direction, there's a pile of things in the middle of the room, just random junk and that obviously smashed together.
Yeah.
And there is a mind flayer laying on the ground, arms stretched out, pointed towards this thing. Its head has been ripped off, and its head
Oh.
is sitting in the
Oh.
center
Oh.
of the room. All of the blood is once again pointed in this direction. And that is
Oh.
what you find in the helm. But you do see the wide bay window that points out that you can see off into the desert far beyond, as well as all of the control panels everywhere.
Now, why is it always a bloody corpse?
If I
Yeah.
walk over to one of the control panels, any writing anywhere, say anything?
It's a lot of very basic stuff, like accelerate, decelerate, turn, planar shift,
Ooh.
portal open, portal close, fire phasers.
Portal open.
I'm just gonna push the portal open just out of curiosity.
Absolutely not. Back his
All
hand away
right.
from the buttons.
Just out of curiosity. I need
Contested
to know.
dexterity check.
I'm so sorry.
I'm going to give
know what
Shaw
that does.
advantage because he's standing over the control panel and you just watch his finger go straight towards the button.
Motherfucker. Okay, we make it in acrobatics. Shit, I already
I'm
said
smart, not wise. Okay.
That's a
Slow
dexterity
motion
check.
moment of the
I
movie.
got a
All of us
Wow.
like, no.
I also got a 13.
Roll
Bitch,
again.
I really want Shaw to win.
I got
Reroll.
a 4 this
I got 3.
You pull Shaw away from the button right as his finger is about to push it. You pull him back, dragging
no.
him away
No,
from the
no.
button.
Just
Wait,
pet
it
his
just
hand
it says
gently.
it says portal open.
Yeah, that's great. Just all right. We're gonna not open portals to other dimensions.
Yeah.
Since when are you the impulsive one? I thought that was my shtick.
It just seemed interesting. I
It is
wanted
a
to
very
see.
big and red and candy-like button.
Okay, well, need I
It's
remind
begging to be
you
pushed.
that the last thing that came out of that portal was a big old tentacle that
Yeah, I
fucked
was
up
gonna
the
say,
main
like,
town?
Is this the campaign we get tentacle art?
Oh God.
Now, listen, I
if
like
we
the
ever get
tentacle as
fan
much
art,
as the
I
next
hope it is
gal, but
not
that
the
was a lot.
tentacles.
Our first fan art is just all tentacle
She's
shit.
just petting her tentacles and shit.
Chauncey invisibly is leaning towards Jed Mind Flayer and just like right beside what he thinks is Jed's ear is just trouble in paradise, I think.
yeah. All right. Hey, Mr. Brain Eater. There's a head. Like,
You know, actually,
that
this
one
is
you can eat.
valid. This is actually a really good maybe time for you
Press
to.
the button.
How do you feel
As-
about alien brain?
as
What? Did you just say
distasteful
you
as
pressed
it
the
is.
button?
What?
It's already on a silver platter for you. It's just the head by itself.
Did he say he pressed the button?
Adrian just said he pressed the button. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Everyone watches as Adrien walks up and just presses the button while you are mid-conversation about not pressing the button. Opening in front of you is a giant portal.
Oh my god.
You see the endless sea of stars before you.
Okay, see, that's awesome. Why
But
didn't you let me
floating
do
in
that?
front of it is a giant octopus. It
Yeah.
turns its
Oh shit!
eyes.
Hey, hit that button below. Hit the button below. The button below the other button. Hit the
What
button.
the absolute shit did I just say?
The button. Yeah, thank you.
It begins to grumble and growl. The earth shakes as this thing turns. This thing is obviously like gigantic.
Yeah.
And
I
yeah,
pressed the button.
The
Yeah, you
nature
press the
check of
close
20
button.
Tell me what that was, like if it's an illithid species related thing.
Sure, you can roll a nature check if you want.
Shit.
I got a 15.
Not bad at all of these, but
A
sure.
lot of weird things floating out in the depths of space once
Yeah,
you
I
get
got
too
a
far away
s-
from the plains.
Oh
I
yeah,
got a
those
7.
all of our rolls are trash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
this
was-
thing is
was
weird.
cool.
You've never seen anything in it. It looks like an octopus, but it also has things like spikes and multiple eyes and tentacles where it shouldn't have tentacles. But all in all, it looks generally like an octopus. Um,
All right, Miss
But-
Lyla, you were right.
the
Sorry.
depths of space are also where
Am
things
I
like
usually
beholders come
not?
from. So
Yeah, you usually are. That one's on me.
Adrien says, interesting, and he presses the top button again.
Drinks
Oh
are
my
on
God.
you later. Oh my god, Adrien, I'm gonna
it
eat your
opens
brain.
back up, and you
not
see
a
the
toy.
octopus. You once again see the octopus, and this time, three what appear to be seagulls fly out of the portal.
Close it.
Close it. You're gonna
The
interrupt
tentacle,
the local
there's a
ecosystem.
tentacle comes reaching towards almost through the portal, and
I'm
you
gonna
press the button. and
telekinetically shove Adrien 10 feet away from the
I'm
fucking
gonna
button.
cast suggestion on Adrien.
Cool.
I'm literally using a fucking pack slot. I'm casting a suggestion. Do not hit that button ever again.
Roll the
What's saving
save. I
throw? What's the saving throw? Intelligence?
think it's wisdom.
Hang on.
Suggestion is wisdom.
It's
Wow.
wisdom.
Which you have
Also,
advantage on.
unsettling
Thanks
words.
to
You dumb
Lyla.
Great.
That's a 21.
Oh,
Minus a D8.
Roll a d8 and subtract that from 21. Whatever you get from 21.
you know what? Also minus the D4. Fuck it. I'll use the archive fucking thing.
Chauncey's just invisibly watching two mind flayer adjacent allies and fucking Adrien burning through valuable resources for the day. And he's just like,
Jed just leans down and is like, why are the smartest ones of us the biggest fucking idiots?
The one time you get a free brain and you're not eating it, Adrien, just eat the freaking alien brain, bro.
This is the only time anyone has ever suggested
We've
that
never
you
even wanted you to do this, but eat the fucking alien brain, bro.
You know what?
Put it in
Do I
your
need to cast
mouth.
suggestion again? Do I need to do it again? You were about to have your own parasitic.
We will hold you
Entity.
down and shove this brain in
Wait,
your
how
mouth.
much was his thing subtracted to?
It was
Roll
minus-
that d8 and d4 and subtract that
Oh,
from
yeah.
21.
roll your D4. You rolled the D8, but not.
Swear to God, if he rolls 2 1s,
It was a 4 on the D8 and a 4 on the D4, so that's minus 8 from 21. So
that's a failure.
That's a 13.
So until Lila's suggestion spell runs out, you can't touch that button.
And you have no desire to. You don't want to anymore.
Button, though.
You know what? I'm gonna retcon it. Any buttons.
Don't touch
All
that
buttons.
shit.
No buttons.
Stop
There's no
touching
buttons for
shit.
Adrien.
he can't take his own clothes off for the rest
No more
of the
buttons.
day.
Yeah, because that's how I worded it. Yep, any buttons. Don't touch any buttons.
Oh my god.
Okay.
He just rips his clothes off.
Oh god.
Fucking okay.
All
yeah.
right.
Eat
So is
the
there anything
brain.
else that you're
It's
doing
a
in the
pack
hell?
slot. It's all
Adrien,
good.
better eat this fucking brain. I swear to God.
Everything I used
That's
recovers on a
suggestion.
short rest.
Oh,
Adrien just takes the brain, like, very grumpily chews on it.
thank God.
The
Cool.
illithid
Are you
head, right? We're
casting
talking
the
about the
eat
illithid.
brain or consume brain or whatever?
Consume mind, yeah.
Consume mind. Are you casting that spell, or are you just eating the brain for funsies?
Please not eat the brain for funsies.
You know what? I will cast Consume Mind, just for the hell of it.
Cool.
I should have just suggested him into casting consume
Oh god. Okay.
On what planet do we have to convince Adrien to eat a brain?
This is a first for everything, I guess.
I know.
There was a button that could open portals, okay?
You get the memories of this mind flayer. You wake up in the transformation chamber. At the center is the pool of brine filled with swimming and squeaking tadpoles.
Blech.
You are led away, and you live your life as a mind flayer, studying, writing books in this faraway city at the edge of the far realm, the place where all aberrations and horrible abominations from beyond time and space come from. And eventually you are sent on a mission on a nautiloid. And it goes well. You find a planet. It has strange creatures on it, rainbow leaves and pastel and a pink sky. You eat things' brains, they're tasty. You go on several more missions to other places, and soon you find yourself in trouble. Something has boarded the ship. You are transporting a creature, an abomination, an experiment meant to mess with and root out arcane spellcasters, as arcane spellcasters are an abomination to illithids and mind flayers. But it seems you were intercepted. Mind flayer arcanists flooded onto the ship, casting their filthy arcane spells. You ran across the ship to try and direct its course somewhere else, to get you onto a planet where you could escape and hide, at least until the Mind Flayer Arcanists are gone. And as you do, you see the great cosmic horror before you that turns its eyes upon you. You yank the lever, push the button, and a portal opens. The creature smashes the side of your ship with its tentacle as you go careening down towards a desert world, a familiar desert world, before crashing. You barely have time to get up before a Mind Flayer Arcanist comes in and casts a spell. A dark ball forms in the center of the room. Things clatter and fly towards it. And your vision goes black as you hear squelching and ripping of flesh and snapping and crushing of bones. And you are back to being Adrien.
I feel like Adrien would have a brief second where he wants to eat their brains.
Okay.
And man, we're already against you right now.
Yeah, I love the humanoid trying to eat the mind flayers brains right now.
Universal justice right there.
It is. It is. So,
So now you
Well-
know what happened to the ship. Are you relaying that
besides a tasty
information?
meal, what'd you get?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so he tells you the whole story.
Okay, so there's another one at least around here somewhere.
Okay. My concern is, where did those alien mages get to?
That's what I'm wondering too.
The only other intelligent life was in that I don't know what the room was called, something fancy.
Columbarium.
That.
Yeah. So I think you would know, especially you, Chauncey, would know a columbarium is a term that's used for a place where ashes are stored, urns are stored. It's almost like a mausoleum, except not.
Yeah.
Oh, the mind
They-
flayer brains are. Oh,
They
They're
use
rel-
it to store ashes of. And it's where you store cremains and ashes and things of that nature. I read about it in this book, My Life in a Mortuary. It was a rather fascinating read.
I'll have to borrow it sometime.
Oh, it's back home in Creators Hollow. I mean, I read it when I was like 8, so
It had some very interesting articles on the concept of preservation and embalming, which is a new and up and coming practice that isn't really commonly accepted, but something to be experimented with.
that is
It's a very
because
boring read. It could bore you to death.
Well, from what you said, Adrian, it kind of sounds like these people, I guess, were just trying to get to safety.
Yeah, during that moment, but now that they are in safety, what are they gonna do now?
I mean, well, we got like everyone got like 18 or above 20 on illithids and mind flayers and shit.
Yeah.
Trump was like, their natural inclination is to view other intelligent life as prey.
Well, so
we should
maybe
probably
take care of the
find them.
tadpoles.
Oh yeah, there was a Well,
It looked
tadpole
combustible.
back
Somehow I thought that that's how you would feel about it.
Wait, are we talking about the tadpoles or the
there.
children?
Not
The
the
tadpoles.
not the children, the tadpoles.
We're still
Yeah,
putting a pin in the children for now.
We're not. No, we're not gonna.
I
The
can't.
children.
I think Lyla is on the tadpoles eat the brains of other sentient life. Mind flayer children eat gray goo. Their
Where
babies.
do you think the
Yeah,
Yeah,
brain
we'll circle
comes
back to
from?
the kids, torch the worms.
Adrien, you're not judging them for eating brains, sir.
No, absolutely not. We're not. Sir.
Listen, I eat selective brains as opposed to these kids who will eat any brain.
Oh no, they will not. Mind
Someone's
flayers
going to
are
select
quite
those brains for
selective.
them.
Yeah, they're quite selective about which brains they will use to turn into mind flayers. The process isn't very streamlined, I gather.
Well,
So wait,
should we go figure
Above
out
game,
what that
which
person
brains
wants
do they
down
go
there?
after? Above game, is it the smart people or the dumb people that they want?
Smart people.
It's smart
Oh.
people. I'm
Generally,
pretty
it
sure.
is the smart people.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because it gives them
Like a higher
more
success rate.
knowledge.
Yeah.
I think.
They
Chauncey's
do
just
kind
gonna
of
be
absorb
like-
the memories at least lightly.
Yeah.
Chauncey's just like gonna whisper, I guess the rest of you are fine.
Damn the shade.
Motherfucker.
3 out of 5 of this party are intelligence based.
You're just mad
I
because
said what I said.
you're just mad because I'm prettier than you.
Motion.
Flip her
And
tentacles.
Chauncey's invisibly motioning to the button incident.
Okay, all right.
If
Whatever.
you're gesturing, no one can see you touch it.
All right.
Research.
So,
Okay, so we can go
Tadpoles.
kill the
Well,
tadpole.
you know what, Jed? And you just hear a smack as Chauncey slaps Jed's ass.
More importantly, we should
Gelatinous
probably find
ass.
where the other illithids went.
Yeah,
Hey,
we
first.
should probably go figure out what that intelligent thought was down there.
Are we gonna kill it?
Maybe.
I think yes.
well, you lead the way, and you know what? Lyla is also going to smack Jed on his ass.
A mind flayer walks up to another mind flayer and just whack.
Yeah.
It's so
I-
weird.
I would like to turn to where I think Chauncey is. I think it'd be funny if I was wrong. And they go, and she had consent. And I walk away.
It's the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Chauncey, you watch Jed turn back to you, lean forward as though he is confident about where you are, and says that with a little shake to the shoulders and then stomps
Yeah.
off like he was victorious.
Am I a little dumb? Maybe. But like, I'm really
What's your-
hot.
Wait, what is
Walk off.
Jed's intelligence again?
It's a 12. It's positive.
It's not stupid, but it's,
Right. As you all leave the room, you hear something. It's a hard noise to pinpoint. It sounds like the whooping of a zebra transitioning into the cackle of a hyena, all above this sort of hissing snake and clattering of 1,000 jaws. And you hear something big dragging itself across the floor at remarkable speed below you.
All right.
Okay.
Guys,
Well,
I don't know about you, but that's too many animal sounds at once for me.
That's a
I
bit
love that.
disconcerting. Yeah.
Oh.
So
Mm.
yeah.
Globe of Twilight?
Sure, Globe of Twilight.
Be aware of us.
And where are
Where?
y'all headed?
Yeah.
I guess
Wanna-
first that thought that we heard back there, and then we
Yeah.
had this. I don't even remember. Was it like storage or something?
Storage that led downstairs
yeah.
into pitch darkness.
Yeah, we'll do that
Yep.
second.
All right. So you head to the columbarium. And you kind of head into this room. There is a central column that has a bunch of jars on it, as well as the walls are lined. It seems to be an octagon shape rather than a circle. And it glows with this sort of low blue light. It's kind of calming. If it weren't for the 2 chihuahua-sized brains that were running around on the floor with cat legs and big old antennae that seem to have knocked over one of the jars and are trying to get the brain out of the
Oh.
jar.
Fuck.
That's disgusting.
They're kind of cute, aren't they?
I was thinking the same thing.
Don't love them. Don't
Jed
hate
is
them.
already holding fire in his hand.
Jed's ready.
Go ahead.
Wait, where's the intelligent life other than these chihuahua-sized brains?
Jed, is your detect thought still up?
It lasts for 10 minutes, so I'll leave that up to you.
I'm gonna say you're probably near the tail end of it. It's probably about to go out. You can pinpoint one of the jars on the shelf is sentient.
Ew.
And as you turn and the spell ends, the jar almost seems to turn itself physically to face you.
Oh no, it's that. Oh, it's that one. Oh, that's so gross.
At this point, it slides off the shelf and
Oh,
just
Jesus
like
fuck,
floats
no.
in the air. Hello. It beams into your minds. Hello there.
Oh no. Oh yes, that's
And
right.
this is all of us. We're all picking this up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, does it know I'm here even though I guess being invisible doesn't help against psychic power.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know why I
Protect your
did
thoughts.
highlight. Like that was stupid. Like, but whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't need eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a horrible witch in my brain, so
Oh,
watch
right.
out.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a battle of the fucking.
The witch is gonna be like, not in my head.
You know what? I'll answer her. Fine. Hello.
Yeah.
Or it.
Hi.
Hi.
Wow.
In deep speech, I'll think back. Hi. Can you think in deep speech? I don't
Okay,
fucking
we
know.
get it, Chauncey. You're multilingual.
God.
Wow.
Well,
I grew
welcome
up
to the
cultured.
ship. What brings you here?
I
Well,
think
you
a
did
better
first.
question is what brings you here, friends.
Yeah,
You're
honestly.
in our home.
Yeah, y'all sort of crash landed in our town.
Oh, I don't really know much about that. I do know I was being transported to another city to be closer to my proper family in their columbarium.
What?
So your whole situation, you're good with it.
Oh, yes.
So you just hang out with dead people?
Well, yes, unfortunately, but I have some locomotion. It says wiggling its jar back and forth in the air.
Okay.
What are you?
Oh, well, I was an illithid, but I have since died.
Sorry about that.
So just
Well,
like,
isn't a
are you just
problem.
like a conscious now? Like a consciousness? Like,
Yes.
okay.
Are you happy?
Oh, yes, it's quite fun. I don't have to worry about eating. I have plenty of psionic energy. It's quite relaxing, constantly and always floating in a lovely brine, he says, sloshing the jar.
So you don't need to eat. That is good to know.
No, I don't, but they, unfortunately, it says, rotating and pointing itself towards the ground, almost as if it's turning its head to look. They do. And once
Oh,
they
yeah,
run out of brains, they're probably going to eat you instead.
Okay. Cool.
So about that firebolt.
Yeah, maybe we should, Jed, maybe you should take care of the little.
Do you have a problem if I torch those things?
Can you make
No.
them? Okay. Well,
Well, they are the ship's pets. They are hand-fed brains, but or at least pieces of them as snacks and treats. But if they must die, then they must die. I understand. Sometimes it's hard to take care of
quick interjection.
creatures.
We
I'm not
do have
looking
a
for another
hobby
pet right now.
of collecting
I-
pets.
I can't- This is literally don't take the dog to the shelter, just put it down now. Oh my
Right.
god.
Do these creatures look like small animal size enough that I think one firebolt will do the job?
Let me.
Meanwhile, the dog is giving Colton the side eye.
I don't think one firebolt would
Can
do.
we-
Okay, then
Can
I
we
will.
keep one?
Why Why?
No.
They're kind of different.
They will try to eat you, Shaw.
They're differently
Right.
different.
I mean, maybe we could train it.
I'm
That's
gonna
like
do
having a
a.
They
tiger
eat
as a
other
pet.
people?
I'm gonna do a 4th level scorching ray on both of them.
That's fair. Goodbye.
Cool. Okay. They're not hard to hit. Roll damage for all of them.
Would
I
this
mean,
be
not roll damage.
considered?
Roll to hit.
Would this
Okay.
would this be considered barbecue to Adrien?
I will leave that up to you. I'm not going to touch that with a 10-foot
Do you
pole.
like your brains cooked or not?
Okay.
How do you like your brain?
Like
I guess.
sushi.
Raw?
3. So I get 5 bolts, I think.
If it's 3
Uh,
and then you said, what, 3rd level, doesn't that make it 4? Because it's 3
I
initially and then
said
an
I don't
additional
have any
bolt
3rd
per
level
level.
slots. I only have 4th
Oh,
level slots.
oh, so you would get 5 bolts. Yeah.
Yeah. That is. Why is it plus 10? Oh, because it's my roll to hit, not my damage. Okay.
Yeah, it's your roll to hit.
Okay, 22
So
to hit.
that hits.
He takes 10 fire damage.
Still up.
Okay, and then that is a 16 to hit,
That'll hit.
and then that is wow shit, 9 fire damage.
Um, Still up.
Damn. Okay, the third one that's a 25 to hit.
That'll
That's
hit.
gonna be 14 fire damage.
It's dead.
All right, target number 2.
Uh-huh.
It's 17 to hit.
That'll
They
hit.
take 15 fire damage.
Still up.
Okay, that's a 24 to hit.
That'll
And they
hit.
take 10 fire damage.
Kills it.
Hell
Both
yeah.
of them are dead as you just blast them. They splatter, squealing and screeching
Oof.
as they just splatter.
Oh, God. Jed.
And I
Oh.
use my packed rod to get a slot back for that.
Ugh.
You once again hear the noise of the creature down in the hold, and it moves to the other side of the ship, heavily
is-
dragging itself very quickly across the floor.
Pardon, floating. What do we call you, floating brain friend?
My name is Quovilix. That's Quovillix.
Woglix.
Quovilix. That's a mouthful.
Lovely.
What is that down there exactly?
Oh, that's one of their experiments they call a nullifier. It
What's a
nullifies arcane magic to make them easier to take out.
Of course it does.
Excellent.
Oh.
Are they immune to arcane magic?
Not necessarily, no, but casting spells around it is hard.
Oh,
What about
shit.
magical items?
Well, depends on if it's using its anti-magic field or not.
Great.
Hmm.
That's great.
Okay, and so it just what hangs out down there, or
Well, yes, they had it caged up. I assume whatever battle happened down there blasted its cage open and it got out.
Okay.
fantastic.
So it's just wandering the ship right now?
Yes,
We gotta go kill that thing, don't we?
Yeah.
Most likely.
you don't necessarily have to. It'll just be free. Who knows where it'll
Yeah,
go once it
that's
figures
not
out its way
happening.
off of the ship.
Right, right. Yeah, thanks for that. Not really one of the options we were looking into. But I do appreciate the suggestion.
Also, truthfully, y'all, if I can't cast magic on it, sorry. Like,
I say
I think that's a problem most of us have, Jed.
yeah. So, like, what the fuck are we gonna do?
I have a suggestion.
I also have a suggestion, but it won't work on it.
That was a good bit.
That was really good. That was really
What
good. I
if
like
we
that.
have Chauncey use his
Solo it?
hammer.
Yeah, we're just gonna buff the fuck out of Chauncey
Oh,
and say
oh,
Chauncey smash.
God. Turn me
Oh.
into a T-Rex again.
That's
I
genius! Oh my
don't
god!
think there's enough room, but we'll see.
What I was
can
gonna
figure something out.
what I was
was
gonna
he
say
Uh-huh.
is we could have Chauncey, use his hammer to smack that thing into the portal.
Which hammer?
Which has a
We've
big
established.
octopus in it.
I hate
I
you.
low-key forgot about that until right just now.
Hmm.
Chauncey's other hammer.
He could dual hammer.
Ain't nobody know about that other than one person in the party. Thank you. Oh no, wait. Lyla has seen Chauncey naked.
Yes. Yes, she has.
Damn.
Oh, right, that hammer.
There you go.
I was about to say, wait, are we talking about his
Yep.
yo-yo or
Oh, we're talking about
Wow.
yo-yo.
The two of you, welcome. Welcome to where we've been at.
Any woot.
I mean,
To be fair, Adrien has just like a very small percentage smaller than Chauncey.
True.
Hell yeah.
so
what are we doing about this thing, y'all?
Quovelix said that Quovelix,
Q.
Quovelix,
Let's just call him
Q, buddy. This
Hell.
anti-magic field, how long does that last? Does it have a set time frame? Does it go down? Does it
yes,
stop,
it goes
like-
down.
Also,
From what I understand, it's very similar to the arcane magic spell anti-magic field. So 1 hour at most.
I don't think we can fight that thing for an hour.
No.
Let's-
And if magic items don't work on it, I'm not going to be that very effective either.
Okay,
Maybe
see,
we should
this
get the
is the
sheriff.
part
He has
where I
guns.
really regret not building the Valor Bard lock.
Chauncey's just gonna look at Lovey May and be like, "Can she do it?"
Oh my god. What if we just enlarge and buff the shit out of it?
I really think that like polymorph plus. I think we could do this honestly. Yeah.
Wouldn't polymorph break if it's an anti-magic field, though?
Is that how it works?
I think it would have to anti-magic the caster.
I don't know,
Or would
but
it
I'm
dispel?
gonna be honest.
Or would it dispel the polymorph from the?
Well, it's not like we can just let the thing roam around. We don't really
Fair.
have much of a choice here.
I mean, is he so much worse than the puppet guy?
At least, well, we don't.
We're letting him roam
What's
around.
worse, puppet guy or horrible abomination created by brain-eating interdimensional
Exactly, that's what I'm
creatures?
saying, Chauncey.
Mind you, Chauncey is still invisible through all of this.
Can we take Q with us? I mean, he's kind of like stuck here.
Yeah, what's your whole plan here now, Q?
Yeah.
Was there only one Illithid on the boat, or are there more elsewhere?
Oh, there were more. They were all killed brutally.
Oh.
That's good. But the
From
thing,
what I heard from my place, I decided to stay put. The ones who were running the ship were all brutally killed by the arcane casters that came on board, and then the arcane casters were killed by the nullifier.
cool.
So it's like
Good
big
thing we're
fish
not
and bigger fish.
arcane casters.
What if, like, 4 people in the room were arcane casters? Someone else
sweating.
was
Her friends.
Like a one.
arcane caster.
Shaw's like sweating, like, oh god.
I'm not sure.
What's in the armory? Is that where the thing is?
Well, the armory is in storage. I'm
Hmm.
not sure what's down there.
You guys were saying about the storage.
We know that Lyla
right.
Lyla has a real, weapon, and
Yeah.
and Chauncey has a real weapon.
I have a
So
stick.
Chauncey has multiple weapons, but,
I
like,
also have a stick, but I have like a better stick now. So
I can magic your stick. Wait, I should have said.
You already
So
have.
fine.
You already have, baby.
Jed goes to slap Chauncey's ass and misses.
It's not even on the same side. Chauncey's on his left, and Jed just swipes to the right.
In the back of his mind, Chauncey's like, "It's been 2 weeks. I should have moved so he could hit it."
Oh.
I say we do. I say we go down there. We just do this. Honestly,
I mean, I'd like to see if they have like guns.
I mean, a gun could be helpful. Do you have a Q? Are there guns? Do you have a gun, maybe?
do these people look like they use guns, Chauncey?
What's
Tell me what
Hey.
a gun
weaponry?
is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Also, is it really smart to give Chauncey a gun right now?
Oh, maybe the gunpowder
I'm
witch
guessing for
won't
me,
like
I
it.
want the gun.
Well, considering Q doesn't even know what a gun is, I think you're SOL.
Well, I guess I'll just like
Wait, Chauncey,
give
do you still have
good
a gun?
vibes during this fight.
I destroyed my gun. Remember after I
Oh yeah, damn.
accidentally shot someone?
You could have at least given it to Jed or something.
I want a gun.
I have a potion of hill giant strength so that I can attack with my strength.
You know what we should do? We should turn Chauncey back into the gorilla, and he can drink the potion of strength.
I think the gorilla's stronger than the potion of strength.
Yeah, it's
No.
kind of
And also, it's not an addition to the strength, it is a change to the score, as in it's
Oh,
fixed.
okay, never mind.
You get the
Yeah.
strength of a hill giant, which is 21. Your strength score becomes 21, regardless of how close it is.
And I guess a gorilla is stronger than a storm giant.
It is, yeah, because it has 23
Well, a hill
strength,
giant.
So
It's only a hill giant.
it's-
They're not exactly the strongest
I
of the
don't-
giants.
it's
I
a
don't
giant
think-
ape. This is different.
I don't think there's-
It's not-
I don't think
it's not
there's
like
room-
Harambe, okay?
I don't think there's room for a giant ape in here. I was one. Yes, a few days ago.
Yeah, let's go see what the storage situation looks like, and then I'll see what I can turn you into, buddy.
I'm gonna. I think I should drink the potion if I can't. If magic items aren't going to work, I might as well have strength to hit it with.
Also, I have a potion of advantage that I could give to him.
What if you gave one of us the strength potion to also help you hit?
Who wants a potion? Who wants a strength
Lyla.
potion?
Lyla has a weapon.
Nope, not a good idea. Well, actually,
So
Can't
just
you
like
turn
a
into
mythical
what's
weapon
his
or
face?
something?
no, it's.
And you had an axe
Oh,
too,
yeah,
I
no, because
think.
I can't. Yeah,
You
I
do
can
have an
use-
axe.
No.
You can probably attack with strength with the axe, right?
I
Or
have
did
my
you already get
sword.
rid of it?
I have Myth
Oh.
Carver.
Yeah, there
Is
you
it-
go.
Oh, okay.
You do have Myth
Carver
Carver.
could be strength.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you want to do some? Do you want to do some roids?
You want to take with Chauncey?
Want to juice?
Okay,
Want to juice
But I-
up?
you know what? I guess she does still look like an Illithid right now, so it's acceptable. But I would never do such an unladylike thing if I looked like myself.
Here, Chauncey's still invisible, and he's just trying to hold it out.
It's just a floating potion.
No, it's invisible as long as he's holding it.
Oh.
It's invisible too. Here, put your hand. I'm gonna. Here's the bottle. Here's the bottle.
She drops it.
Why am I still invisible at this point again?
Who knows?
Isn't it gonna just come off once you get close to the thing?
Oh yeah, this is stupid. I dropped this guy's self.
Yeah.
You're right.
Well, I'm still on a Illithid.
I recast this guy's self, but to look like Lyla.
Oh my god.
And
Oh,
Lyla
no.
is still an Illithid.
Look, I stopped transforming. Give me the potion, Chauncey.
Oh my god.
Well, I
Okay,
mean,
so I don't
honestly,
know. I guess I'll
honestly,
be
you
dead.
probably
whatever.
have a really good performance. You could probably fool us.
You could probably trick Chauncey at this point if you want to.
You once again
No,
hear the
I'll
creature
turn back into
scream from
Virgil.
the
I'm just
depths of
fucking
the
with
ship.
All right, let's go take care of that thing. Ugh.
Chauncey's gonna give the strength potion to the sexiest of the Illithids with the juicy tentacles.
Question. Who wants the potion of advantage?
You should take that.
Go
I
for it,
believe you,
champ.
Adrien.
I mean,
Because
well,
I feel like I'm not going to be much use during this fight.
We'll
if I
find out.
hit it, Arcane Jolt isn't a magic thing. I could just try to crit and kill it in
What
one
does
hit.
Arcane Jolt specifically say?
Let me take a look.
This
Because
is
yes, it's not a
arcane.
spell, but it's
Oh,
it's not just
shit.
spells.
Arcane is in the name.
So it is not just spells and use of spells, it is any magical effect.
Let me see here.
Fun.
Channel arcane energy to harm or heal.
Yeah,
Oh, it is magical energy. Well,
it is
fuck
magical,
me.
so Arcane Jolt will not work if it casts its anti-magic field.
Oh, fuck me in the ass. That is $5 million.
That is such a good sound. I love that. All right. So what are you all doing?
Can someone cast invisibility on me, please?
I don't think it really matters.
It doesn't really matter. This thing's gonna just nullify our spells anyway.
Plus,
Fair enough.
yeah, where this thing is from, everything is psychic, you know?
'Cause
Yeah.
I have a feeling that a wizard, this thing is like a flaming yawn.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Great. Okay.
I pick up
into
like a
certain death
rock
then.
or something to throw.
Wait, here, you can have what do I have? Do you want to have a do you want a yo-yo? Do you know how to use a yo-yo?
Does it look like
Are you-
the fucking yo-yo, Chauncey?
Ted, are you proficient in yo-yo?
Throw
How
back
about-
to when they're 13 and Chauncey is trying to teach Jed yo-yo tricks and Jed is like Chauncey's like flipping the yo-yo around, doing all these yo-yo tricks, and Jed is just sitting there, his hands tied together, like, I can't do this.
I have a
I
javelin
have-
of lightning.
I have a dagger that I will throw one time and then be useless the whole fight.
Thunder
You
lightning.
you have your familiar, they could go like breathe on them, right?
I hold him. He's my son, and he will not be going near that thing.
That's fair.
Okay, so assuming we're going down there and getting close to the thing, I'm gonna pull something out of my bag of tricks.
Oh, lovely.
Oh.
Yeah, a bear would be great right now.
Yeah, I'm just okay. So, what the hell is it? You roll a d8.
Oh, yeah, because it's random.
Chauncey, do you want the potion?
I mean, you can take it. It doesn't really
I
matter.
got a 2, which
Which is
not
like
great.
a weasel.
It's probably
It's an
crap.
axe speak.
It is an owl.
Oh,
Fun.
Owl
Oh.
can distract. It can use the
Well,
help action. It can
We have
fly
that
by.
now.
Owls have
Great.
flyby, like it's fine.
keep asking who, and the thing will think it's intelligent.
Really kind of
Well-
wanted a brown bear.
Wait, how
Wait.
wait.
Do you
Chauncey's
have
just
a
like
portent die that is 8 or less.
Does
Q.
the owl not count as magic?
Q, how long ago did the nullifier kill these arcane casters?
Because it probably had to use its shit.
It may have had to already use its anti-magic field. If we could just wait that out, we might be able to go down there.
I
But-
don't know.
What
You're
the help you are, Q.
Yeah, thanks, Q.
I didn't exactly leave the room.
So you're just gonna like be on this shelf forever now?
Not
Do you know
until
what-
the nullifier's gone.
Do you know what the range of its anti-magic thing is, perchance,
As
Q?
far as I'm aware, it's similar to the spell, so whatever the spell is.
Okay, I don't know the spell, Q. Okay, can you like can you
Well,
do
I
it any
don't
better?
either. My kind didn't exactly like arcane magic. We were into psionics.
I do arcane check,
Yeah, you can do an arcana check.
and I rolled a 4.
Yay!
Any other person want to do an arcana check on
So-
anti-magic field?
So that's a 12.
Oh, wait, can
You know
can I think about so I just read it as a player and I just saw something that could be pertinent to this. Can I
Uh-huh.
arcana check maybe to see if Chauncey would know this?
Yes,
16.
yes, you may.
19.
Oh yeah.
What was it that you wanted to know?
So I just read anti-magic field. It doesn't stop artifacts from working, and we have 2 of them in the party.
It certainly does not.
Perfect.
Pyre Maul will still
Pyre
work
Maul
on it,
is an
and
artifact,
so will
and
Myth Carver.
is an artifact.
And so will Staff. Is Staff of Thunder and Lightning an artifact?
No, it is not.
Nor.
No.
And
It has to be
mine dagger.
labeled
It's
as an
just
artifact.
a wondrous item, yeah.
Yeah, wondrous. Anything that is so basically you get common, uncommon, rare, very rare, legendary, artifact. So anything that is an artifact is unaffected because it is just too powerful. The magic is too old. It's created by a deity. So you can't stop a deity's intervention in an anti-magic field.
Yep.
Because deities run on a different power source altogether. Artifacts do a similar thing. If you had a legendary item, it would go down in an anti-magic field, but artifacts do not.
Oh, well, hey, fun fact, Myth Carver is a legendary item, not an artifact.
Oh.
It's not an artifact?
Nope.
That's wild.
It should be.
I mean, unless, well, to be honest, I did have to find one that was custom. Like, I had to find one somebody made.
Oh.
So
I was like, I'm fairly sure it's classified as an artifact because it's a vestige of the divergence in the campaign setting that it's from. So
okay.
it's an artifact.
If we're going with that, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
it's an
say
artifact.
No. I'm just saying, okay, yeah. Then the one I found is like not.
Yeah.
Well, I already know that it's not quite exactly right because the way it talks about your bardic inspiration, it's not exactly.
Oh, yeah, it was probably a homebrew one from because I don't think Exandria is technically
No,
in D&D Beyond.
it
It's
won't let
Wild
you
Mount.
do it. It lets you do other critical role shit, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry
so
about that one.
Chauncey's gonna have like a friggin', I don't know, a beautiful mind moment, woman doing math, and he's like, "Oh wait, our weapons will work, Lyla. They're too old,
Well, too powerful.
too
I think that
powerful.
probably our only fair bet anyway. So
It'll be Lyla and I against the world. The three of you just stand back and don't hurt yourselves."
Yeah.
can I just really quick switch to Pact of the Blade Warlock? Just real fast.
Oh,
You're Pact of the
God.
Tome Warlock, right?
I am, yeah. And
I
low-key,
feel like you're gonna need a bit more than just
Yeah, can we do a level up real quick?
no.
Everybody,
Unfortunately,
everybody's level 12 now. Everybody gets a feat. Everyone take martial adeptcy of a fighting style.
Wait, I'm level 12?
No.
no.
We're still level
We're
11. That was
we're
a
being
joke.
stupid. We're being stupid.
Okay.
That was a joke. All right. So I'm assuming you all are
Yeah.
heading towards the storage place.
I'm gonna go first. I've
Good luck,
got
Chauncey.
Cool.
I believe in you.
All right, let me flip over to my notes. All right. So as
That's
you
Globe of Twilight doesn't even really matter.
Oh, yeah. So as you head on down into the storage area, you find this place is wrecked. Boxes are everywhere. Things are scattered across the floor, crushed underfoot, and just smashed around with claw marks slicing through the flesh of the walls and even peeling up some of the metal of the floor. You do find various mind flayers in various states of brutality. Most of them look like they have had spells cast on them. Others look like they have been clawed apart and bitten by what look like shark teeth. However, there is one that you find, a pair that you find. One has pale, dry skin. The other has purple, drying skin. It's very clear. One of them has run out of mucus. One of them, the purple one, is holding a staff. It is a white staff with what appears to be a dodecahedron at the top. Just the vertices, a hollow sort of shape. It is covered in blood, and it actually has a hand still gripping it that appears to have been sliced off. The one with the dried out skin appears to have its skull caved in, and the purple one appears to have its body clawed and bitten. What appears to have happened is the purple one grabbed the white one's staff, sliced its hand off with a sword, and then beat its skull in with its own staff. and then got jumped by the nullifier.
Jesus.
How much room is in here?
I would say this is probably about a 50 by 50 foot room with 10-foot ceilings.
Okay. So Jed, I can't do the giant ape, but I could still turn you into an ape and you could throw shit at it if you want.
Please don't throw shit.
I mean, like,
I knew what you.
I will say the staff looks magical, and it appears the Arcanist has a spell book strapped to it.
I'll check that out, I guess.
Yeah, I will also check that out. Sure.
What, the spellbook?
Yeah, why not? I want to take a
I
peek.
want to check that out the state.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that too. I'm the scribe in here.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
look at
that's true.
spellbook. I want to look at staff.
I'm curious.
All right. So you grab the staff. Adrien, you grab the book, I guess.
Yes.
And I guess Lyla, are you just looting the rest of the corpse?
Sure, why the fuck not?
Hey,
Cool.
Jed,
Make
there's
me an
a sword right
investigation
there.
check.
Investigation.
Uh-huh.
Chechnya. Come here. Where is it? Oh, I have +6 in investigation. That's not bad. Oh, well, I
And
rolled
yes,
a 2.
the
so I'll
Mind
go for
Flayer
it.
is holding a sword. It looks like it's made of Damascus steel, the sort of ripply effect through it. It is just a non-magical longsword.
Yeah, I'll grab it just in case I have to stab this thing.
Cool.
So with the killing blow. So
What was the investigation check?
Oh, I rolled dog shit.
All right.
I rolled a 2. I have a +6, so that was an 8.
Okay. Well, hanging around its neck is something that appears to be a pocket watch of some kind.
Cute.
And as you take it
Okay.
off and open it, you watch as the gears click and shift, as the colors, almost a sort of magical projection, shift and change, as little tiny orbs get pushed up on little pins and begin to spin. It appears to be a pocket-sized orrery of some kind.
aw.
Oh,
Ew.
cool. Okay.
You can put down a wild space orrery.
All right. Let's see if I can find that. Manage inventory.
Shaw, this are you casting identify on the staff?
I mean, if we're not getting attacked, I will, but
Okay.
10 minutes right now seems like a long
Well,
a
you can do it
stretch.
as an action if you spend a spell slot.
Sure, I'll do it as action. Why not?
Cool. It is a staff of dunamancy.
Okay.
And Adrien,
Yes.
the spell book has the following spells in it.
Ooh, yay.
Air bubble,
1 second. Manage spells. Add spells. There we go.
Everard's black tentacles,
Air bubble. How do you spell the
EVARD apostrophe S, black tentacles.
black tentacles? Legacy or regular?
Legacy.
Legacy.
Ray of enfeeblement.
Ray of
Once again, legacy.
Oh
they
shit,
actually
this is an
got-
upgrade. Jed, you want a quarterstaff +1?
No.
Telekinesis.
Adrien, you want a quarterstaff +1? It's all yours.
It's a quarterstaff +2,
Either way,
jackass.
don't care.
Nerd.
Pulse wave.
What was the other one?
Pulse wave.
Pulse
So
wave.
telekinesis and pulse wave.
It doesn't. How do you spell pulse?
PULSE. Pulse wave.
PULSE. Not found.
Interesting. It should be. It's in this book, Explorer's Guide to Wildmouth.
No, the only wave spell that pops up is tidal wave.
Not even Wave of Destruction.
Nope.
Thunderwave.
Weird. That's
Oh,
that's
yeah, you're right. Pulse
that
wave
might be
does
something
not
wrong
come
with your anyway. So pulse wave is one of them. Just try and remember it. Temporal shunt.
Nope.
Huh. Interesting. Gravity sinkhole. I'm assuming that one won't pop up either.
No.
Yeah, all
Gift
the
of
Wild
alacrity,
Mount stuff.
fortune's favor, and wrist pocket. I will send you the actual. Since you technically can't use them right now, you have to transcribe them into your book, and that is going to take too long.
No
I will
gift.
just send
I
you
don't
the
know if
list
that
of it
popped up.
afterwards.
Thank you.
All right, and that is what you find on these two mind flayers. Those are all the items.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Staff upgrade. Adrien, you want this quarter staff +2? I mean, I love my staff, but you know, if you want to, you have this core staff +2, but I'm keeping the staff of Dunamanting, so
No, no thanks. You can keep the staff.
cool.
You look like you have a good hold on it.
Hey, Shaw,
Yo.
monkey me.
Okay.
Okay.
Monkey me,
I
interesting.
will do you want to be an ape or a giant ape? I feel like a giant ape is probably
Can I fit?
yeah, it's also
It's a 10-foot ceiling, so
a giant I think
probably
a
not a
giant
giant
ape
ape.
is yeah, so just a regular ape. But you do have the rock attack, which is you throw something, you get
Hell
+5.
yeah. Rock.
All
A
right,
plus
cool.
+5 to hit, and it's 1d6 +3. So
As you are in the middle of casting the polymorph spell, as Jed, you feel your body shift, your mind change, and become an ape. You see, shifting out across the hallway, walking sideways, almost like a crab, is this bipedal creature, but it's hunched forward, crawling on the ground. Its hands are huge with these huge, sharp claws. They appear to have 6 fingers on them. The legs long, its head serpentine, its body muscular but very skinny and taut, almost like a swimmer's build. And as it rears up, its claw pointing at you, its mouth open, its snake tongue flicking out and hissing, its chest and stomach are covered with tiny, gnashing mouths that seem
Oh,
to
wow.
push forward and pull back, almost as if they're trying to escape the flesh. And you hear the cry of the creature. And you watch as the air ripples around it in a bubble. And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Fabulous.
oh no, 3.
25.
Fuck yeah.
19.
3,
22.
22 for Chauncey, 25 for Lyla. What did Adrien get?
19.
19. And Jed?
16.
16.
I think I had a 3 last combat too.
Oh my. Yes, you did.
Rip.
So, Lyla, you get to
Yes,
go
ma'am.
first.
Fabulous. Okay.
I would say this thing is probably about, it's a 50-foot room. This horrible, gory scene probably happened maybe 35 feet away from the door. You're 35 feet away from this creature.
Okay, I guess assuming I already drank that fucking potion, which I did. I'm a hex it and then hit it with the sword.
Sure.
So
you can hex it and then run up to it. It is 35 feet away. I don't know if you can make it.
Oh, 35 feet. No,
Yeah.
I can't. Shit.
But
Okay,
you can
well,
certainly
fine.
hex it.
Well then, fuck it. I'll just hex it and then Eldritch Blast it. That
Okay.
is a
So your hex doesn't work,
yeah,
and your
cool.
Eldritch Blasts hit the edge of the bubble and vanish.
Fabulous.
Yep,
Cool,
looks like
cool,
he
cool.
wasn't kidding.
Yep,
Love that.
Absolutely nothing.
Go get it, Jed. Throw
All
those
right.
rocks or storage containers.
After Lyla, it's going to be Chauncey, followed by Adrien.
So Chauncey's gonna charge. He has 35 feet of movement speed. He's got Pyre Maul drawn. I like to think that there's like this weird, like almost short circuit when he enters within like the 10-foot radius of whatever.
Yes, as you feel all of your magic items die momentarily.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna leave my bags of holding behind so they don't just vomit things everywhere.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a problem.
But like my armor, my AC drops from 20 to 17. Love that for me, but hey, Pyre Maul still works. And I still get 2 attacks.
AC.
Is there a chance that if we all tossed our bags of holding on top of it, it would just be crushed under the weight of everything?
Probably not, gonna be honest.
My
Does a
bag of holding does
19
not
hit?
have hardly shit in it.
A 19 does hit.
Okay, that is 13 points of magical fire bludgeoning damage that it can't resist because artifact. Oh,
Yes. You said 13 points? That's all
13.
together?
Yep.
All right. And your second attack?
That is a 15 to hit.
That will not hit. It puts up its horrible six-fingered hand, which you notice is caused by a thumb on either side of the palm, and it grips your hammer as it stops it in midair, pushing it back.
And bonus action, I'm gonna see if Talipo's Force Dart works on it.
How does the Force Dart work? What is it classified as?
It's from a homunculus infusion. Let me check.
Yes.
Homunculus
Because usually it'll say like
infusion.
melee, ranged, melee spell,
Aye.
ranged spell, whatever.
Where are we? Homunculus servant.
Force
Ranged
Dart
weapon attack. It's
Ranged
considered a weapon.
attack. All right.
Yeah.
So as Talipo whips her tail around and fires a dart.
That is 8. No, it's my spell attack modifier to hit. 7 plus. What's this? 16 to hit for her.
16 does not hit. It glances off the hide, smashing through the wall behind it, sending a little bit of blood spraying.
That's all I got.
All right. So after that, it's going to be Adrien, followed by Jed.
This thing is immune to magic, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
I just hexed and Eldritch blasted at it and did nothing.
I
didn't
actually have to make a
so-
concentration check for this creature. That is plus con.
Yep.
14, 15. Okay. And then second one, it makes both of them.
Oh, I have an owl. I forgot I have an owl.
Okay.
I'm just gonna add my owl real quick. We can just let it go before the start of my next turn or something.
Usually it just goes after, so you want to do your owl now.
Add it to your summoned under extras, I guess.
That's what I'm trying to find. Just an owl, not a giant owl. No, an owl.
Oh
What's
dear.
the AC of an owl?
It's like 11.
Yeah,
It's not very high.
Oh my god, its talons just deal 1 damage.
Yeah, because
That
it's an
sounds right.
owl.
That's it.
But it has flyby though, so it doesn't take opportunity attacks.
But it's an
Yes.
owl conjured by a magical item. Is it going to survive getting within 10 feet?
Oh,
of-
that's a good point. Is it a magical owl or is it real?
Only one way to
mean-
find out.
It's an owl. I don't
Then
fucking know.
good luck.
Okay, sure, fine. The owl's gonna try the fucking flyby thing.
It flies into the anti-magic field and poof, turns into wicker
Ah.
pieces.
Disappears. Great. Fantastic.
I'm loving this thing. Okay. All right. So, Adrien, what you doing?
Question: does the area of effect of its anti-magic field exist underneath its feet?
Yes.
Okay. What about the ceiling above it?
It extends 10 feet in all directions
And the
from
ceiling's-
it.
The ceiling's 10 foot high, so yeah.
So it reaches the ceiling?
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn it.
It's a sphere. It goes all the way around.
Okay, 1 second. I am doing thoughts. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep. Yep.
Got any support spells?
Uh-huh.
Mass suggestion?
I mean, you can certainly try.
That's
On
a
who?
no.
On what?
I'm enjoying this.
1 second. Could I possibly cast a mass suggestion on Jedidiah?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie,
Why?
you could always run up and punch it in the face. Like, that is an option.
You
Make him
can hit it with objects. You can literally pick up something from the ground and chuck it at it.
If you wanted to, yep.
except for the fact that I have the strength of a toddler.
And
That doesn't matter.
So I would probably cast mass suggestion on Jedidiah.
Mass suggestion, as in
What?
it automatically hits multiple targets,
all
not
of
just
us.
one.
So what do you want us
Why
to do
why
that we're
mass
not
suggestion
already
when you
doing?
could just suggestion? And also, yeah, exactly. You all are going to fight this thing anyway. What's suggestion gonna do?
Uh,
Be like, you guys are incredibly strong people who are going to kill this thing.
Great.
thanks.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. So
but no. I feel like I'm just.
You're a wizard, man. Like,
Yeah. You don't have much.
this thing was made to hunt you down.
and
So
yeah.
yeah.
My advice would
Awkward.
either be hide, run as far away as you can,
Or throw shit.
or throw something. Those are literally your three options.
Is there anything to throw?
Oh, there's plenty. There's
There's
all kinds of
wreckage.
junk on the
Yeah.
ground. And I will say throwing technically uses dexterity. So what's Adrien's dexterity?
Dexterity. A, B, C, D. Nope. Passive.
Not
No.
passive.
Saving
Dexterity.
throw?
No.
It's one of your abilities.
One of your
there we go.
abilities.
Dexterity.
Yeah, dexterity.
I have 13.
So that's a
Beautiful.
+1.
A plus
Yeah.
one.
So you have a +1. So you get to add +1 to your
Right.
dice roll when you
Yeah.
pick up something and throw it. And I will say, it deals. I'll be nice and say that it deals your dexterity modifier in damage.
I rolled a 4.
Yay.
You certainly got its attention as you chuck something and it clatters to the floor.
Great.
Hot.
I'm also gonna use my movement speed to just casually get behind Jedidiah.
All right. Jed, what you doing?
It's monkey time. I'm gonna. So it's the storage room, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a storage room.
There's
So there
like,
are
is
things
there
like
any,
crates.
is there
There's
any
shit
fun
everywhere.
shit that I can throw?
There's crates, there's tubes, there's
There's a
bottles
dead
of all
body.
kinds. There are dead bodies. There are a
Throw a
lot of
dead body.
bodies. All right, so make a rock
Throwing-
attack.
throwing a
We'll
dead body.
reflavor it as the corpse attack.
Okay, but +5. There you are. Okay. I rolled a 1.
You
No,
watch.
you didn't. You rolled a 16.
Okay,
Add
Hell
5 to
yeah.
that.
21 to hit.
that hits. Chauncey, you watch as this thing is bearing down on you, its hands raised, about to claw at you, its mouths opening, and then suddenly this illithid corpse just smashes it across the face. Like a rag doll, like literally like Gmod physics rag doll spiraling through the air, just
Wait,
and roll me damage.
if it's anti-magic field, is it using it like a spell that we could break its concentration?
Uh,
Yes,
what
I
we
had to
were
make
doing
2
before, yeah.
concentration checks on it.
it's 2d6 plus 3, I think.
It takes 6 damage.
Nice.
Awesome.
We just need to roll a nat 1 on a concentration check, and you guys can use magic again.
Cool.
Pretty sure my portent doesn't affect that, so pretty sure I can't portent its concentration check. So
You also already used it so that
Yeah.
Jed
Oh, yeah.
could hit
True.
it with a corpse.
Yeah.
Cool. Now it's the creature's turn.
Dun, dun.
It's going to multi-attack you, Chauncey, since you are right in front of it and you have heard it, and this thing is not the most intelligent. So it's going to use its many It's actually going to use its claws first. Ooh.
Remember, you all
Does a
still have that 5 temp HP.
27 hit? What?
27 will hit.
27 will hit. I'm just going to do the other claw attack.
Be honest.
25 to hit.
25 will hit.
And then I'll do the
Jesus.
bites. Ooh.
Plural?
It only gets a 15 with the
15
bites.
does not hit.
As it grabs you with both of its claws and pulls you in towards its bites, you manage to put your hand up and pyre maul and push back enough, and it finally lets you go. But it does deal you some claw damage as it digs its claws into you.
Be honest. When you saw this thing, you maniacally laughed.
Maybe.
Uh,
Oh God. Okay. So it's claws. The first one is going to be 10 points slashing damage plus oh God. Plus 19 points of force damage.
Cool.
That was the first one. Second one
Oh my god.
is going to be 13 points of slashing damage. And 18 points of force damage.
I'm crying.
And you are technically grappled because it caught you with both of its claw attacks. So it's holding you in place. You are grappled.
Okay, how much was that last force damage you said?
The last force damage,
Yeah.
18 points of force damage.
Fuck me
Cool.
running.
Chauncey's under half health already.
Great.
Because I can't shield.
Cool. Well, good luck, Shaw.
It's my turn.
God.
Yep.
Is it my turn? Okay. I just got this fancy staff that does a fortune's favor thing. I'll cast that on Jed.
Ooh.
So Jed has advantage on his next attack.
You didn't attune to the staff, unfortunately.
It doesn't have to be attuned.
Really?
Yeah, I know. I was like,
I
that's
trust
wild.
him on that. He would have double checked. I know damn well.
Yeah, I was like, that's fucking wild. I'll take it.
All right.
But right, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll run up and fortune's favor on Jed, and then I will run to the far right side of the storage room behind Chauncey between me and the monster.
Cool. All right. So we are back up to the top with you, Lyla.
Fantabulous. Okay. Well, now
As you
that
see Chauncey just get grabbed,
Yeah.
and he's pushing back against this creature as its jaws
now
gnash
that I
at him.
can actually get to the fucker. Interesting. I'm wondering what this little fucker's strength is. He's grappling Chauncey, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, you know what? No, that's not smart. I'm not gonna do that because I don't think I want to try to. I was gonna say I might try to grapple it because I do have Hill Giant strength right now, but I also have an AC of 14. So, yeah, we'll use Myth Carver. I will go up. I will Bardic Inspiration before I enter its radius. So
All right.
I don't know. Let's say, can I target Chauncey if Chauncey is in? Well, it doesn't matter. Chauncey got hit. He already has advantage on his next attack. I'll give it to Jed.
Right. All right. So Jed, you have Bardic Inspiration.
Yep.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
I will run up and hit with Myth Carver. Since I used Bardic Inspiration, I get advantage on the attack roll.
Cool.
Let me go
And it
back
is unaffected by the magical anti-magic field.
That is well, I didn't even roll with advantage. This is 26. I'm just going to crit fish here real quick.
Yep. Always crit fish.
Here, go away. Thank you. I critted it.
All right.
Okay, so we max it and then roll it.
Max damage, roll again, and then add modifiers.
Okay, I have to clear this so it gets rid of like the. Well, hang on. I have to roll it so it gets rid of the double roll. Okay, just ignore that. Okay, so max is not actually that +3 because I'm using strength, so that's a +6 instead. So D8 +6 is max is 14. No, we're gonna call it a two-handed.
You certainly can.
Yeah, and we're gonna call it 16 damage.
Okay.
And then wait, did I actually just roll that by accident? I could just take it. Where's the game log? I did.
so
Okay,
it's-
so yeah, and then I rolled it and that was a 5. Oh no,
So-
wait. No, it's not D10 +3. D10 was a 2 plus 6 is 8. So the first was 16 and then 8 for a total of 24.
24. And then concentration check. As you slash through this thing with your sword, both you and Chauncey feel magic flood back into you as you watch as the bubble pulls itself back into the monster.
Oh,
You have
thank
broken
God.
its anti-magic field.
Chauncey's gonna shout back,
God.
"Magic's back online, everybody! Magic's back on the menu."
Thank you.
Fantastic.
My AC is up to 20 again.
And I'm back up to
Hallelujah.
16.
All right. So after Lyla,
Yeah, I'm gonna stay right here. Me and my sword. Me and my
Yep.
sword.
it's going to be Chauncey. So, Chauncey, you are grappled.
Mhm.
You can try and escape the grapple.
I could also just attack it.
True.
Very true.
I'm gonna swing at it. You said I have advantage on the first swing, right?
Yes,
Oh, because you were
of
attacked
yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
motivational speech.
motivational speech was up. Yep.
23 to hit.
That will hit.
I'm going to use, well, we'll see if I get a better roll on the next one before I decide. That is 18 points of damage on that hit.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Second attack. Here we go. Oh, that's not gonna hit actually. That's only a 14 to hit.
Yeah, that will not
Gross.
hit.
Third attack, we're gonna have Lovey May enter the fray and try to kick it.
Cool.
She is going to get a 17 to hit.
That is exactly enough.
Nice.
This thing is scaly.
It is going to be taking 11 points of force damage as she kicks it in one of its many mouths.
Yes.
That's all I got.
Shoot.
Hmm.
Well, all right. Make me a wisdom saving throw, Chauncey.
Okie dokie.
As the horrible gnashing of mouths, I forgot about this briefly.
19 plus my
Okay, that's fine.
modifier
You
is
succeed,
23.
so we
Yeah.
don't need to retcon anything. You survive. You
Nope.
get the sense that this thing, it's the voices that are coming out of the mouth is meant to confuse and muddle the mind of a spellcaster to prevent them from being able to cast spells.
Oh no.
It would act similar to the confusion spell, forcing you to either be frightened of it, or to run away from it, or to stand still for it.
Hell yeah.
But you
Well,
resist.
I'm not casting shit on it. I'm hitting it with a hammer.
All right. So, now that Chauncey's done, Adrien.
I'm going to cast Phantasmal Killer.
Cool.
Wisdom 16.
It's going to, what level is Phantasmal Killer?
I'm casting it at 6th level.
Oh, you're casting it at 6th level. Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
I am very much pissed off at this thing.
Clearly. Pop off, King.
Fair.
Ooh. Charisma. Oh no. As you cast the spell Phantasmal Killer on it, it turns, looking you directly in the eyes, and hisses loudly. You feel the threads of your magic begin to shake as if it's trying to pull it apart, but you expertly reweave it and successfully push the spell as it has attempted to counterspell you but failed.
Yes.
And you successfully cast Phantasmal Killer. I do need to re-roll the saving throw, though.
Damn it.
Which it also fails. Great, cool, amazing. It had advantage and it failed.
Nice.
So do I take any, well, does this thing take any damage right now?
Well, yeah, I have to roll for damage.
All right, roll for damage.
That is going to be 38 damage.
Jesus
Holy
Christ, how much damage does
shit.
this spell do?
Well, he cast it at
60
6th
He did
level.
cast it at 6th level.
It's
Right.
60-10.
Oh my god.
And you said it was what, 30?
38.
38.
Yeah, it's not
38.
even. That's pretty statistically average if you're rolling
Yeah.
60
Yeah,
in the
yeah, it is. I
30s.
just forgot it was being cast at
Wild.
6th goddamn level.
Exactly.
All right. As it
Wizard.
sees, you don't know what it sees, but it sees something as its eyes move off you over to your right and stares at something in the middle of the room and hisses loudly. You also feel, Chauncey, the claws, they're still gripping around you, but the claws pull out of your skin as if it's ready to attack something else and drop you at a moment's notice. But you are still grappled. So after Adrien, it is monkey time.
Is Shaw able to drop the spell on not his turn?
I would say yes. You don't need to use an action to drop a spell. You can just drop a
Yeah.
spell.
I'll drop it. You have advantage on attacks still because you still have Fortune's
Sweet.
favor. So
Let's do a.
see exactly what the wording of that is.
Yeah, we'll try. I'm trying to get my new combo of Hex, Scorching Ray to go off. So for now, we'll just do a Hex.
It's
And
advantage on your first roll.
yeah, and then I'll just do a Firebolt on it.
Cool. Roll to hit.
Goodbye, monkey stat block.
Hey, you threw a corpse.
I did. It was great.
I was pretty good, honestly. Oh,
Okay, that is a 27 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that is 27 fire damage. Well, plus my necrotic, plus hex, plus
That necrotic damage is going to be halved.
You always do this to me, Spencer. Okay.
I know, and I love
4
it.
half to 2, so 29 damage in total.
All right. Yeah, this thing is starting to not like you all. It was made to hunt things like you, and yet you all are getting the upper hand on it. It's not happy. However, it is indeed this thing's turn. It is going to squeeze you, Chauncey.
Oof, what does that do?
Does a 23 hit you?
Not
Yoink.
if I cast shield.
Of course.
I'm gonna.
Oh.
Magic's back online.
Yeah, it's gonna let that fly. It gets its counter spell back, but it's gonna let that fly as you almost just throw your arms out and the shield bursts off of you, sending its hand flying off of you. However, it is with its second attack gonna try and grab you, Lyla.
Mm.
Uh,
Yep, probably.
does a 23 hit you?
Can Lovey May give it disadvantage on the attack because it's right next to
Yes.
her?
So it's a 23 or a dirty 20.
I tried.
Cool. Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Cool. So that means you're going to be taking 8 points of slashing damage. I did not roll well on that. Where are my D10s? You're going to take 11 points of force damage as this thing grabs you and you are grappled, and it pulls forward for its bite attack as you are pulled close to its horrible, horrible mouths.
Hot.
Does 27 hit?
Yeah.
You are bit and
Well,
chomped
wait,
and
hang on.
chewed.
Unsettling visage.
Which does what?
I
Again.
am going to bear my gigantic toothy shark mouth at it and scare the shit out of it. It gets disadvantage.
Oh my god. Does a 12 hit, Lyla?
It does not.
You watch as it
scared it.
pulls towards you and you at it, and for a moment.
Oh yeah. Also, I'm a mind flayer right now, so like I guess it's more of a squid thing. So her tentacles like go like, "Ah," and like she opens and it's just shark teeth.
Oh yeah,
Oh
because
my
your
goodness.
mind flayerness was just you shapeshifting. It wasn't an illusion.
It's not
of rope.
magical. It's part of my body.
Oh
no.
god.
So
All right, well, that's the
just
end of its
how I work.
turn.
The tentacles have teeth.
Shaw,
Oh yeah,
what
yeah.
you
It's
doing?
straight cracking.
I'm going to I guess I'll upcast the Wither and Bloom 5th level con save.
Cool. It hisses, making eye contact with you. And you said it was 5th level?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, as it hisses at you, the threads of your spell are blasted out of your fingers, and it successfully counterspells your Wither and Bloom.
Fuck you, bitch, and I'll telekinetically pull Lyla towards me.
Okay, word.
Counter spell. I was muted.
All right.
Are you counterspelling?
Counterspelling the counterspell.
Well,
I was
luckily
waiting
that's
for
not.
it.
Luckily, I haven't introduced the house rule that causes a wild magic surge on a counterspell versus a counterspell. So yeah, it counterspells, and your Wither and Bloom successfully
Oh.
goes off.
So con
Yay.
save then. DC
Con
17.
save. It's not the
this
greatest
thing.
at con saves.
Ooh, that's
Well,
horrible.
it's good at con saves if it gets a natural 20 for 24.
Oh wow. Well, I rolled horrible damage, so it takes 8 necrotic damage, and Chauncey.
It takes 4 necrotic damage actually
I
because it's
love
resistant
that.
to necrotic damage.
Chauncey, roll a hit die to heal
I used
yourself.
one of my
Thank you.
2 4th level spells for you, Sean.
I tried to help Chauncey out. Okay, and then I
Hey,
will bonus action telekinetically pull Lyla 10 feet towards me,
Yeah.
which it's a strength
It's
save.
grappled.
So that's what I'm asking. Does the creature make the strength save?
I'm gonna say it's gonna be a contested strength versus
Wait, am I grappled?
intelligence.
you're grappled.
You're grappled, yeah.
But Shaw is trying to pull you out of its grasp. So it's gonna be Shaw versus the nullifier,
Oh.
strength versus intelligence.
So just an intelligence check.
So just an intelligence check, like you're
Cool.
like you're making like how a grappling
Oh.
check is in.
Wait, didn't it
Dirty
didn't it only
20.
hit me once? How did I get grappled?
The claw attack grapples
Yeah,
you.
it
The claw
grapples.
attack grapples you.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fucked.
And it definitely doesn't manage to keep a hold of Lyla with
Oh, well, I'll take it.
an 11. So Lyla is torn from his hands as she flies 10 feet backwards away from it.
I torn through the claws. Sorry, Lyla.
Yeah, you might need to take that dress to the tailor's.
Right in the tender
Um,
bits. Oh, she is in her armor right now. It's fine.
Oh, true. Okay. All right. So then we are back up to the top with you, Lyla, now freshly 10 feet away from this thing.
Fantastic. Magic is online, yes. I will I'm gonna hex it and then I'm gonna hit it with the sword again, and I have advantage because it hit me.
Cool.
So,
Remember, necrotic damage is halved due to its resisting necrotic damage, but you know,
Meh.
hey, any damage helps.
right. I mean, it's a bonus action. I don't really need to use Bardic Inspiration to get advantage on the sword hit. Meh. Although I guess I could Bardic Inspiration if magic stays back online to add to spell damage, but meh. Fuck it. Hex.
All right.
I'm going for it. Boop,
Cool.
boop, boop. Where is I have to, oh my God, I like never use there it is. That is it's a 26. Let me crit fish. Oh, you bitch. It was almost on there. I almost did it again. But I'm sure 26 hits, I'm hoping.
26 hits. Let's
Yeah.
see how much damage you can do.
Okay, I have to remember this is a +6, not whatever that is. So let me do it this way. Okay, that is total of 10, and then hang on, here's the resisted necrotic. I rolled a 6,
So that means a
half to a
3.
3. Yeah.
So it's 13 points of damage. This thing is not looking too hot.
Yeah. Yep. That is action. That is bonus action, and yeah.
All
Good.
right. Chauncey, it's your turn.
I'm gonna swing at it with Pyre Maul.
Beat its face in.
17 to hit.
Just hits.
Okay, I'm gonna actually remember in case I, miss my second attack this time. I am gonna Arcane Jolt this fucker. Okay. That's 9. That's 12. That's 15. That's 19. That's 24 points of damage spread between fire, and force and magical bludgeoning.
That is exactly lethal. As you bring this hammer down on its head,
God.
you smash its head into the floor, smashing it like a melon, and the jaws go silent.
Thank you.
And I'm just going to say there's nothing else in the ship to loot. So for the purposes of everything, you all leave the ship to head back to town with whatever loot that you found. I don't know what you're going to do with the babies. Are you taking the babies with you, or are you leaving them to die, or...
Can we take Q with us?
I guess if you want to take Q with you, sure. Don't know what you're going to do with them. Also, again, what are you doing with the babies?
Oh
We
God.
can't just leave them here to die.
Do we mercy kill them or do we let them starve to death?
Is there like an orphanage or anything in town?
I don't think there's an orphanage.
With these things.
I'm gonna ask Q, like, well, can Illithids survive off of anything other than like human brains? What about animal brains?
Well, any brain will do as long as it is a brain. I'm sure there's chemical substitutes you could come up with.
You know what? I'll adopt them.
You're gonna take 5 babies around with us for the rest of the campaign,
Where
Adrien.
where are they going?
For the rest of our adventures, you're gonna drag
You live in a
5
hotel.
babies.
Lyla's
have
just
one
like,
child,
I
okay?
don't want no screaming baby in my room. Chauncey's just like, Jed, are you ready to be a dad?
Of course no, I don't want these kids.
I don't think Lyla can actually handle deciding either way, so she's
Wait,
just out.
hey, hold on. I know how to open the portal. What if we just like open the portal,
Push them into the ocean,
and then
eat them back into space? Wait, we could. Okay, I have an idea. I have an idea.
What
We
if
could
we
eat them back through the
just-
portal with Hugh.
take Bikini Bottom and push it somewhere else.
You heard
I think-
Q. You heard Q. They just need brains.
Is
We
there
need
any-
blood to live. We don't kill people all the time.
Who's gonna
Is
raise
there
them,
any
Chauncey?
Is there any way to open a portal to my family's
No,
castle?
the portal goes to where the ship came from. That is the option.
Is there a way I could ship them to the castle?
I
So
would
our
like to
option-
study this ship in further detail at some point for the
I also
technology.
definitely want to figure out this portal thing, or at least maybe we'll figure it out. We'll do
Well,
it.
the
Yeah.
ship isn't going anywhere necessarily.
it's
It is
not moving.
stuck here, so
Uh,
you don't necessarily have to take the babies with you, but they might starve to death if
we're-
nobody comes to check on them
we're
frequently.
definitely burning the tadpole room, right?
Yes, the tadpole. We can kill the
Yes.
tadpoles.
Yeah,
100%.
tadpole room.
Jed
We're
walks
burning.
back in the room. Wait, I thought
board.
I already did that. Was that not agreed upon already? I thought we were.
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
As you I thought I
What if
smelled
we-
frog legs.
What if we tell the
Oh,
sheriff about these kids that need to feed on brains, and they, could be sort of like this town's version of a death sentence.
I have a better idea. Doesn't the church take in wayward children?
Does our church have like an orphanage or something?
Not
feel
really,
like-
no.
I feel like the Church of O would not abandon children left on their
They're
doorstep.
okay. This is a pseudo-Christian church, and these are weird foreign babies.
Okay,
right?
but listen,
Like-
the only pastor in town is with us already.
There's the other guy. I
There's
forget his
literally
name that everybody.
one. There's Father Hale that everybody
There's a
hates.
new
We should
I can-
leave them with the racists.
Wait, everyone! We can leave them with Amethyst when she gets in town. She barely has a brain for them to want to eat.
He's perfectly safe.
No, I'm down. We are taking these babies and giving them to Amethyst.
She's
Wait,
gonna
wait,
be here in
wait,
like
wait,
3
wait.
weeks, so you have to feed
Question.
them for 3 weeks until she gets here.
We have an
There's
entire. There's an entire room of brains in a jar over there.
Oh, that's a
Also,
good point.
plenty of
Option.
squirrels. And
Yeah.
Other option is
I'm sorry to do this, y'all. I have to go.
Okay.
Good night,
We are
Colton.
running a little bit long, but I had
We'll
a
let
great
you
time.
know.
That's
I
all
can't
right.
wait to hear what we decide.
yes, cheers.
We will let you know. Good night.
I have an
Bye.
option you're gonna love.
I-
We do have a certain guy in town who doesn't have a single thought in his brain. If he has one.
The puppet show?
oh, God.
Yes.
Are you gonna
Okay.
try and give him the babies?
Yes.
I'm not killing these babies, and I'm not leaving them to die. You are right. There is a room full of brains here, right?
Yeah, we can just stick the jars, the brains in bags of holding, and take them home with us, and just feed them these brains for now, and then we'll figure out a new brain source.
Yes.
Does each baby need to eat an entire brain each day? I doubt it.
Probably not. We
You
can
can
probably
probably quarter them off.
I
Yeah, we-
will say Jed definitely relayed to you that they eat goo. So you get the sense that they're probably still bottle fed at this point.
Yeah, we're gonna have to blend up the brains.
Yeah.
God.
I can
We
do
have Adrien with us, and we've seen him eat how many brains at this point?
Okay, at this point,
What about-
I don't want to be involved in
You
any
hate-
sort of decisions about how they're going to be fed.
Chauncey's
you.
holding one up, and he's already put little bows on its
Oh, no.
tentacles.
Oh, no.
Adrian just,
Oh no! Chauncey, it's gonna imprint on you. Stop!
Adrian just grabs it and holds it, and he's like, "Aw, poor baby."
Oh God!
Why
Oh,
are we
fucking A.
doing this?
I guess we're taking them back to town.
So
At this. We don't have a
we're
choice.
adopting the
They're
babies.
they're coming to town. We're
the
gonna
horrible tentacle babies.
push them off
Well,
on
and
someone.
basically
I guess.
one of-
I can cast. I can do ascending to Horten or God, what's her name? The
Chauncey,
junk woman, junk lady works for
Vera?
Amethyst works for Vera.
Vera.
Thank you. My own backstory. Vera can make nanny bots. She'll make nanny bots to watch them while we're not here.
And they don't have brains.
Smart.
Oh God, that is smart. Okay, sure. You know, we'll take them
I
back
could
to town.
probably
with us.
make nanny bots too, but I have so many projects
Push
going
them
on
off.
right now.
We'll push them off onto someone else in town. We'll let
Oh my
you know.
God.
We'll make the mayor decide. You know.
My
Well,
brain hurts. Actually, I'm gonna
But-
be honest.
Lyla, how can you say that to this face?
And
he
it's like,
holds up.
It puts
She
its
looks
arms
at
out,
it
its
with a
horrible
face
withered
that
arms,
still
and does
kinda
like a
looks like
this
its
motion.
She's like, "Oh yeah, rat."
I mean,
Telekinetically
and just
projected
changes
into
back
your
to Lyla.
mind is just the concept of mother.
Oh no.
I named this one Lyla Jr.
Okay, and that's where I draw
Absolutely
the
not.
line.
Lila, let's go.
Just
Let's
like
go.
you.
I'm grabbing Lila. We're leaving.
Yeah,
I was gonna carry the other babies.
I
they can
will.
float.
They'll follow you. Just let them out.
I'm
Weirdly
I'll
enough, they
stay
do
an
float. They
elliptic.
are slow, but they do float after you.
I want to
Right,
adopt
like,
these things.
stay in
They
the
eat
liquid
brains.
How many brains can we salvage from the brain room?
Roll
there
me
three?
2d100s.
Oh Jesus.
So
Okay.
yeah, they
Just
eat
roll one,
brains.
I'll roll one.
I eat brains.
You okay? Are you gonna roll the percentile? Or are you gonna roll the?
It's
The
percentile.
singular?
It's
Well,
It's percentile, D100. So
Okay.
percentile, just roll 2 of them and add them together.
I got a 53.
I got a 98.
Damn.
Okay, so what's 53 plus 98?
150 pretty much.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so
It's
you can
151. Yeah.
There's about
It's a bottle of
150
Bacardi, that's what it
jars.
is.
There's about 150 jars, not including Quovalax, of brains that don't seem to be sentient. They seem to just be dead brains. That you can pull from the jar individually and mash them up to make the gray goo to feed them.
Yeah, I
All right,
didn't
yeah,
want to
just
talk about
shove
it.
them in my.
And also, they
We have bags
are
of holding.
filled with preserving brine, so they're not going to go bad on you. They're like pickles.
We got bags of holding. We can just.
Great.
Yeah.
And great.
Actually, while we're at it, can I harvest the brain of the thing that I killed to add to it?
Just feed them right now.
Wait,
Did you
no,
turn it
you
into
can't
pulp?
because you smashed its head like a melon.
So I
Yeah.
need to stop smashing things heads like melons, is what you're telling me.
Yeah,
I need to be
you
more
really
conscientious of
gotta-
how I
Brains.
kill them.
Yeah, you really got to start going for more ankle blows.
Yeah.
Adrian,
Thing is that I already collect brains, so I can just stick them to a few of them into my bag of holding.
Also, guys, there's more of those things somewhere around here that use arcane magic.
Oh no, they got
Wait,
killed.
they're all
got-
dead.
Are we sure
They
they're all
got
dead?
killed by the thing. Yeah,
Q
that's
told
what-
us they all died.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. I trust Q. Fuck it.
Q, you're not on the menu for the babies, just so you know. But are you going to cause problems if we take you back to our town?
no.
Have you ever worked at a library before?
Oh, I love libraries.
Perfect.
Librarian
Genius.
number 3.
Q.
All right, so I
It's
guess
a
we're going to end the
floating brain.
session with you all making your way back home through the golden hour of probably about 6:30 in the evening, the golden hour of summer, with 5 illithid babies and a brain in a jar in tow.
Yep.
And following you are 3 seagulls that continue following you to town.
Oh,
And
fucking
that is
hell,
where we're
seagulls.
going to end the session.
Fucking
So
seagull.
join us next week as we figure out what the fuck we're going to do with all of these illithid babies.
Yeah.
I will see you then.
Yeah.